Alright.
Cool. Hey, Grim. Welcome back. Right.
I've been here the entire time. I've just been having it
Uh,
muted.
yeah.
That's all.
Fair enough. Just trying to get some kind of air into this room. It's like boiling hot in here with all the
Oh,
computers.
I have a fan in mind at the moment.
Yep, I have a stand-up fan, but I'm only on like one because I don't want to make too much noise. Uh,
Often.
yeah. All right. Let's see. 3, 2, 1, and hey guys, welcome back. This is CJ Heighton. I'm probably gonna be uploading these to YouTube, so this is the whole welcome to you for you guys. Welcome back to Frags Inbound Session 2.
Okay.
I don't have Grim here, or no, sorry, I don't have Chew here for the next little while. He's in hospital dealing with some stuff.
Here.
Yep, we've got Grim here and we've got Remore. So two of our minor players, which is just enough for actually the session type that I planned today. What?
Okay.
What's going on?
I am not minor.
Fair enough. I mean, you might as well be. Let's be honest.
And
I think badass.
my when I am older than yo, but come on.
Fair enough. All right. Let's see. So, in terms of how this goes, after your raid of this ghost ship Carthage, Remore, other than Remore getting into a minor theft scenario and going missing for like a day and a half, nothing really happens for you guys, and close to 3 weeks pass. What is our favorite Twifar doing in the meantime?
What? Like Rimor disappears for a little bit, and I'm just kind of
On your own,
sitting
yep.
after we do this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm.
The corpse are probably somewhere around, but for the most part, you are kind of on your own for a day and a half, probably.
So like we're just sitting on Haven, walking around, trying to find out what's going on.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm surprised about that, yeah.
You have got a pretty significant amount of credits right now, but those are probably going to be gone by the end of this 2-week period, so I just want to find something that you guys would spend them on, technically.
Like spend. Well, I mean, like, have we done the level up bit yet or no?
Not yet. I just wanna coordinate this with the rest of you guys before we really do any of that, and I also want to coordinate the building of a ship with you guys. That's probably gonna be next session.
I mean, fair. I mean, I've probably been. I mean, Fall and Thailand generally tend to kind of just walk around and check out new places. Like they've been to Haven before, so they probably go and see a couple of Kaltorans they've made friends with.
Okay.
But most likely, with any sort of credits that they have, they might look into picking up. Might look into like just supplies for the next ship, like some medical supplies and some medical supplies. Maybe go see if there's any see if there's any more Twifar in the vicinity of the town that they're in.
Okay.
But for the most part, it's probably just visiting with people.
Okay, fair enough. So, in terms of like getting supplies, can I make you roll a a wealth check just for bartering?
Okay. Well, can I call culture check instead?
Sure, we'll say that. Yep.
Because being able to talk with them is going to be a little bit easier, right?
Yeah. If you've got friends in the area, yeah, I'd say that it's probably a little bit easier, yeah. Oh wow. What? You only rolled a d6? Oh, there you go. Fair enough. Cool. So, in terms of like how much it costs you to do this, you just sort of encounter a couple really good friends, and you have like you spend like the day sort of hanging out and talking with people. Um.
That's a 15
Okay. Oh.
effort.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Um. So you spend the day talking with a couple people. Also, by the way, I've sort of retconned how the critical rolls work. I sort of looked into it, and it's apparently a re-roll all your dice, not just one, unless you have the lucky feat. I don't know if you've got that, but
It's like it just has effort re-roll a single die.
oh, it does. Okay, well,
Mm-hmm.
never mind. I don't know what I'm looking into then. Why was that only? Was
Maybe
that
we're
fate?
looking at combat.
I might either be looking at combat or fate. Okay, yeah, that's my bad then.
Actually, it might be fate
Mm-hmm. All right, that's my
because the
bad.
combat ones generally don't give you like specific things. It doesn't
Yeah.
like say, hey, roll things.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. All right. So, for the most part, you find some really good friends and you make a lot of like pretty decent trade deals. I'd say for the cost of about like 200 to 500 credits off of your account, you get your hands on about what is it called? A trade box worth of medical and a trade box worth of food supplies.
Not bad.
Yep, it's not bad at all. Um, so other than that, you just sort of generally hang out with people and enjoy the rest of your day. Uh,
Yeah.
all right. After all of this happens, actually no, what was it that I wrote up on my notepad? Because I have an entire notepad document for this session. Right. 3 weeks pass. After killing the corporation who had been terrorizing one of the smaller spaceports in the area, little did you guys know this guy was actually not the greatest person, and he was sort of intimidating other salvagers into trying to go after this ship. He was pretty desperate to get what was on here, and it looks like it was a good call killing him. You guys got the ear of a what? Sorry?
You thank me for that, killing him.
Basically, yeah. For once, your murdering ways actually turns out right. Ah, okay. Sorry. So you actually managed to get the respect of the people in some of the smaller spaceports in Haven. You eventually find the ear of one or two major engineers within a local spaceport, and that was mostly due to Sirius, who has actually decided to come with you guys, as in like an I won't let you leave without me kind of thing. He's basically taken it upon himself to become the main ship engineer for this place.
Mechanic.
Yeah, the main mechanic. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So because of that whole contact that you guys have made, his web allowed him to sort of begin to talk to people and get in touch with some older people, and he managed to get you guys a job. There is a Kaltoran pirate, apparently, who is currently staying at a spaceport just about like a hour and a half walk from you guys, who has run into some trouble just outside of Haven, about 2 sectors down, 2 hexes to the southeast, to the southwest of Haven, if you guys are actually looking into it. So if we're looking at an actual star chart, I believe this is of the Haven system. Oh, let's see. Oops, phasing. That's not right. That's actually asset. Maps and background.
Looking at the sector map.
Yeah, I'm just pulling up the sector map now, I think. So in terms of like right around where Haven is right here on the map, let me see if I can drag that. He ran into trouble right around the Halo Nebula, down about here.
Hold on.
So in terms of like, if I could freehand it, let's see, color wise. Let's see if there's a color that actually fits. You guys are here? Here is where he ran into trouble. There are reports.
Is this on the sector maps?
This is on just the main map that you guys are at. This is a sector map, yep.
I'm not able. I'm not seeing it. Let me rerun it.
Okay. It's right here, I believe. Let me see if I can pull this up. Page settings, backgrounds, GM opacity, probably warp, load. Are you guys on like the starting page? Oh yeah, you guys are currently on the starting page.
Actually, the ship.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I kind of messed up. Is that like actually what happened then? You guys just straight up have only seen this map of the ship this entire time? Oh
Yep.
God. Yep. Okay. Well, I created a bunch of other pages when we were running through the spaceship before. How do I move you guys to different pages? Out of curiosity. Okay. I need to create a new page. How do I move you guys over to a new page here? At all? Anyone? Is anybody here? No.
Yeah.
I don't see the new page.
Yeah, yeah. I've created a new like untitled page, but it doesn't seem like anybody's able to transfer. This is a little weird. Let me see if I can reset the areas. Reset. No. Clear drawings, maybe. No. Objects and backgrounds. That might be it. Cool. This. Delete. So in terms of like all of this, there's actually a lot more to the general game than what was actually shown there, and I had a lot of stuff set up and it just all didn't work out, so that's unfortunate. Oops, daisy, wrong thing. So for the most part, this is a map of the Habraxis sector. Right around where you guys see Haven on here. So, let's see if I can make this a little bigger. A little bigger. There you go. How big is that? Is that big enough for you guys? Can you sort of see what's going on there?
I'm zoomed in pretty well, but I can see it.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay. So in terms of right around where Haven is on that map, right about here, they ran into trouble right about here.
All right.
So you are here. This is where he ran into trouble. There is a report that he is willing to pay any of the any people who can sort of fix his problem. Oh, a pretty tidy sum of about 1,000 credits and whatever trade goods were on the ship that he would be willing to buy off of you. Yep. Just some simple pay, but according to Sirius, if you could get the ear of this guy, it could be worth something.
The couple of years?
What?
The couple of years?
Couple of years?
Couple of ears.
Couple of years. I don't
because
know
they
what
have
you-
4.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, God, that's actually a genuinely terrible joke. Okay. Nice, real nice there. Uh, all right, let's pull music by the way while I'm doing this, just so I know what the hell I'm doing. So yeah, that's generally the mission that Sirius has been able to find for you guys. Nothing huge, but it might be worth some pay, and it might actually help you guys out in the long run.
I'm down. Like,
Yep.
I'm down. My a fall like listens to the idea, just kind of nods, like closes her eyes, nods her head. Hmm. Seems like a good idea.
Yes.
I would like to make sure that we are properly armed before properly armed before we go do this, but
Okay.
just because pirates can be a bit testy.
Uh, yes, we've had some of them showing up into some of the darker ports around here. I can get what you mean. You won't be really expecting. You won't really be running into much trouble if I am right in what I believe is going on. But I do agree that getting your hands on some better weaponry might be advisable. Yeah. I can show you guys to some of the weaponry armories around here. See if you guys can get your hands on some stuff.
Well, I think that would be a sound idea, wouldn't it?
Indeed it
One
would.
quick question:
Yep.
Are we doing leveling before we do this, or are we doing it later?
I'd say. Well, in the interest of time, do you want to do this? What would you suggest? You're sort of the experienced player here.
Only slightly.
Yeah.
Um,
Me.
I would suggest that if we're going to do it, because I know me, I would like to be able to pick up a weapon for my pick up a weapon for my foreign blast, but
Okay.
I can't do that until I level. So
Okay.
either way, like I've got a decent weapon, I'm okay with it. So
Okay. Cool. I'd say we should do leveling up once this stream is done, just because I feel like this might be something that'll take a couple hours, and I don't really know how to do this myself.
okay. Fair enough. Then we'll just go on from here. Like we'll say we
Yep.
pick up
Yep.
a couple extra guns or like a pistol or something. Like
Okay. Some fair.
I'm gonna be sitting in back with a fucking rifle. So
Yeah. True enough. All right.
Around with a long shotgun.
Fair enough. I'd say that probably Sirius would pick up a shotgun himself because of how they work. I need to draw up some details on them though once I'm done here. For now I'm just gonna put it like I'll need to look it up in a few minutes. Okay, so do you guys got anything in particular, or anything that you would want to add to your character sheets, or is it just like general stuff? Also,
what
I
kind of well, like I'm trying. Like I only have a certain amount of like strength that I can carry up to, but
okay.
because weight is determined by our strength apparently.
Oh yeah. Sure. I would say I was gonna just use like a reasonability thing for this, but if we're actually going to be doing that,
I mean, if we're gonna, I mean, again, if we're let's do that. It'll be better off. It'll be better off, and it'll let us actually get away. Like it'll let us not have to worry about certain things, like
yeah.
you know, not technically being trained in small arms when small arms are what you would be fucking fighting with.
Yeah, true. Okay, so that's a bad idea then to decide on.
But like, I'm not gonna have a grenade
True enough.
for. I'm not gonna have a grenade and that's it.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I'm just thinking, like, in terms of, like, how it would work out, there'd probably be a matter of, okay, I just need to try and find where the hell shotgun is. Reasonability in terms of, like, you can carry, like, 2 rifles and a string of grenades and some other, like, general stuff, and then you could have, like, an outfit which would hold more, like, that kind of thing, right? Just, like, not getting into the ridiculousness sake of, like, D&D terms.
Like D&D stuff, and
Mm.
I mean, like, even then that's a lot of that is explained away in the form of magic.
Okay, yeah.
You know, like handy haversacks.
Exactly, yeah. That makes sense, yeah. Okay. It is +4.
Then in that case, if I actually could pick up a string of grenades and or a knife of some kind.
Okay, sure. Feel free. I'd say.
Let me pull the books.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the books myself, looking into sawed-off shotgun rolls, which cost 2 resources, but it does a shit ton of damage. Low tech versus other stuff, any of that kind of stuff. Clips is 5, ammo is 2, load is 1, RFR is 2, plus 1d6. And then weight is 3. Gun pellets. And the cost is 2.
0 armor, but like 14 cover.
Oh yeah. That's a little crazy. I'm not really working with cover mechanics, so in terms of shooting and getting hit, I was working more on the 3d6, and like I'd say like that would give you a major bonus of like plus whatever your cover modifier is. So it's like plus 16 or something insane. So you're not going to be hit if you're invisible, but otherwise you're like a freaking bullet sponge.
No, apparently stealth is a different stat.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, versus stealth I got 13, but versus straight up defense it's 14.
Huh. So if you're actually getting like punched in the face, you can't really defend against it, but versus like stealthy people.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a second. Within first range. Cool.
I have no idea what any of this means on the sheet I'm looking at though. I have a digital sheet.
Yeah, I'm definitely having some trouble with this, but I'm trying to figure this out myself. Splash rolls and some of the other stuff is kind of fun because it's a matter of like when you hit somebody, it hits the like a radius of squares around them. So if you're shooting one person, it'll splash and hit like multiple other people.
Yeah, I saw that there. Roll 1d6.
Yeah, pretty much. Computer lost connection. Oops. You okay there?
That would be me. Yeah, I'm back.
Fair enough. Right. I've just drawn up sawed-off shotgun for Sirius, and I'm pretty much done. If you guys want to write up anything up to about a resource cost of 2 or 3 for your characters, feel free.
What?
I'm trying to get to the weapons
Yep.
and possibly an outfit of some kind.
Oh,
Yep.
weapons is page 129 on the document.
Yep.
Like,
I'm
you
looking
search
into
129.
I'm looking at the rule book.
Yeah, search 129 on the PDF. Check it out.
Yeah. I'm looking into certain kinds of weapons, and for some reason I found out that Draz is a type of combat weapon. Or like a combat section of some kind. Weird. Here we go. Weapons. The actual weapons page is 358, and it goes through like small
Which is
arms
what I'm on.
all the way up to like exotic variations, irradiated, rail particle, self-propelled. Wow, this is a little messed up. There's so much here. Wow. This is really not the kind of thing that you live stream, huh? Frickin' hell.
Just give me the biggest gun you got.
Can I? It's like, can I take a puncture rifle?
Puncture rifle, where is that at?
There's not really any knives on here.
Yeah,
Sure,
puncture
take a
rifle
puncture
slide.
rifle. Sure. That's a cost of 2, you can take that.
Cool.
Cool.
There's a wrist blade.
Wrist blade? Maybe that would
What are you
work.
looking at?
We're looking on page 358 to about...
359.
I'm looking all the way up to like 370 or so.
Puncture rifle.
Okay, go for it. Oh, Jesus Christ, there is some insane stuff here.
Oh lordy, that's not hard. It's not like me jumping that far.
Oh, I'm gonna also say that maybe in terms of one more weapon... Oh, actually, no, I can't take another weapon. Rip, okay. I've got my sawed-off shotgun. I can take 2 weapons on my character sheet.
Oh.
Total. Which is unfortunate, but that is the way it works.
Can I have a balanced weapon?
Balanced weapon? What does that do?
I'm going to. It's a melee weapon of some kind. I'm going to assume it's some kind of blade.
Sure.
I think it's not terribly. Hold on. Never mind.
Not terribly strong, yeah, but it costs 1, so you can take that too, if you need to.
Actually, no. I might. Actually, like, I'm just trying to think of way to make. Like, all I need is like a stabby knife. That's all.
You can take a baton.
I
Oh,
can take a
jeez.
baton and then just.
Yeah, we can
Have a
take it.
beat.
Yeah, you can take a baton and we'll just reskin it to say that it's a knife.
All right, sure.
Fair enough. Oh, jeez. You can take a metal chair. Just throw a metal chair at people. That's fine. Yeah, that works. Exposed wires, sedative, or sedative. Are you grabbing anything, Remore, rather?
I'm just looking through at the moment.
Feel free.
I think I'm pretty much maxed though.
Alright.
I don't even know where the weapons are.
Don't know where any of the weapons are. That's page 358.
350. Oh, not that one. Ah.
Sorry about this, guys. I did not expect us to actually start rolling
Yeah.
stuff here.
Oh, heavy arms, small arms. There we go.
Oh god. Remore's getting more rocket launchers. Save yourself.
Lordy.
This is not good.
Grenade.
We have chosen to
That's
create the
heavy.
single worst nightmare of a man that we
Might
could.
just throw the straight up good grenade.
You might just get a really
So-
good grenade, sure.
So I'm actually not going to take a grenade. I'm going to take the puncture rifle
Okay,
and
Sure.
the knife.
sure, go for it. Feel free to add those to your character sheet.
Where would they
In the
go?
process.
On your weapon section.
You only have like a certain amount of weapons.
Yeah, you can only have 2.
Yeah.
If you
Oh,
guys are
okay.
already full up on stuff, feel free to delete one to get another.
How are we only allowed to have 2?
I don't know. It's writ on the character sheet. There's only two real sections for weapons, and there's a drone/companion section for the third part.
Click the add button.
Oh, I'm working entirely on the paper version for my character,
Yeah.
for my NPC.
Oh,
Yeah. I was gonna say, like,
I'm
wait,
working with the
there's an
other
add
one.
button. Yeah, fair enough.
Wait, even the digital one has got an add button. Guys,
What?
Hold on.
I have to say, even the digital one, there's no add button.
Huh. You sure about that?
I'm pretty sure I'm looking at it now. We've only
Serious
got the
money.
next set, 2 weapons.
Let's see.
Company.
Under combat, under weapons, there are some weapons. Yeah, you can add more.
Oh, handy.
There's an ad underneath the first one.
Is this the PDF document you're on about, the character sheet?
No.
Alright. Ooh, there's actually more. I didn't realize. Ooh. Electro graph gun. What the hell is that? Combat ball.
I'm actually gonna modify it to be an ion puncture rifle.
Cool. Go for it. What is that?
Gotta have things electro.
Fair enough.
I like my energy weapon.
I mean, fair enough. I literally don't know how best to do that, so you're gonna have to actually explain to me how exactly the modification.
It's a gun modification. Basically, what would probably happen is, it may just fire like an ion cannon. Just it'll like it's slow. It's a slow charge that just fires in and hits.
Okay, fair enough.
Fires in and probably burns.
Okay.
And my Adobe is not working great.
Your what?
My Adobe reader's not working. Gotta love PDF both.
Oh, you've dropped. You just dropped from Roll20, by the way.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna stick with what
My laptop is deciding that it's wanting to cry.
Welcome to Frags Inbound, where we all experience computer troubles in the middle of the stream.
lots of shouting.
Yep.
Jesus.
Pretty much. Cool. Have we added everything that we need to add, by the way? Just so that
Yeah,
I know
I'm
that
adding
it's
anything
not to
already.
continue.
I haven't added the baton, but I'll get to it in a minute.
Alright. Should I just
I'm
continue
gonna
on then?
play- Yeah, I'm gonna
Sure.
complicate it by adding stuff.
So while you guys are in the middle of doing that then, I'll just forge on with the session. So, you guys have a, what's it called? You guys have coordinates to go to a captain named Captain Gideon Cog Filch. Any of you guys who have been on Haven for some period of time, feel free to make me a culture roll.
I'll make one in a minute.
Yep.
You've been on Haven before.
Anybody who has been on Haven previously, yeah.
Hi. That
Hi.
would be me.
Yep, that's pretty much just you.
I reckon I've been on Haven before.
Oh yeah? Fair enough. How long would you have been on Haven, and what would you have been on Haven for? Oops, Daisy, I just fell over.
Just
Sheesh.
kind of going around this.
Rerolling the one.
Value targets and stuff.
Alright,
You
fair enough.
reroll all 3. You reroll all 3.
No, apparently it's a matter of, I was just mistakenly talking to you there. We'll just pretend it never happened, shall we?
16.
Alright, fair enough. That's a little scary. Nice.
I re-rolled into a 6. Let's go.
Alright, yep, that's good. Do you want to
Actually,
re-roll
no.
that 6 into another 6?
Actually, no. I'm going to use that new strong hit. Add 2, 18.
Fucking hell. Okay, so I suppose I will give you the entire backstory for this NPC.
Uh-oh.
Go.
Cool. Remore, if you want to make a culture roll, by the way. I'll tell you how much of this you would know. So the captain, Gideon Cogfilch, is a Kaltoran of some infamy. He was a member of the Pioneers who left during the back half of the main dark period for the Kaltorans, taking one of the first major expeditions into space as a navigator, where he made a name for himself with the uncanny ability to almost always avoid trouble that befell him. Remore, you know that he was a member of the Pioneers. He is infamous, and he left during the back half of the dark period. That's it.
Yeah, I want to kill him.
Fall Tellin.
No killing him.
Fall Tillin. You know that after he made a name for himself as a navigator, he got a job as a captain of a trading ship called the Barn Door. Apparently, the Kaltorans thought it would be funny that they're naming a ship that is incredibly easy to hit after a barn door, where there was a saying in older ancient human that is taking a shot at, I don't know, whatever the hell the thing is.
Can I make?
It's very
actually,
easy to hit.
question. Can I make the my puncture rifle a laser puncture rifle?
That's scary as fuck, but go for it.
Yes, good.
Feel free to
good.
pierce.
That
yes.
means you can puncture through everything.
Yeah, that's a little scary, but plate mail is a fine puncturing target. Yep, we're good. Oh fuck my life. Okay, I'm gonna put on some more music now since this is exposition.
That makes it a 3-cost weapon, but can I still take it?
I said anything up to a 3 cost, so technically you've got it. I should really learn how bartering works in this game, just like a casual observation. You have used like 3,000 credits of your haul, by the way, by doing that.
Okay. The knife got thrown in for free?
Yeah, sure. Well, we'll say that since you're good friends with some of the Kaltorans around the station, they would have probably just been like, "Are you in trouble? All right. Here, take this," and they'll just throw it to you.
Always good to have a side weapon,
True enough.
especially one that can kill in melee range.
That's a little scary, yeah.
It's like we're more peace loving, but we're normally more or less not killers, but the Oni do not help us.
Pretty much. I'm gonna need some exposition on the Oni, by the way, later on in the future, just because I don't know what they do or what they are.
I'll tell you, and hopefully when you get your package, you'll be able to check it out.
I've already got it. I've got it in my hand right now. I'm opening and closing it pretty rapidly here. All the Frags Empire stuff is pretty awesome, by the way. I really do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
It's damn useful for the future.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially if we're gonna be doing a major campaign like this. All right. Let's see. Where was I? He got a job as a trader on a ship called the Barn Door that was incredibly easy to hit, and it always seemed to attract some kind of piracy.
Never mind. The baton is free.
Oh yeah. Oh seriously? That's the cost?
Yeah.
Fair
that's
enough.
the cost.
Just go to a random person and be like, "Here, give me a knife." Okay, here, take it.
No, I just get one. I get one from a friend.
Oh, fair enough. Well, yeah, sure. Well, we'll say, yeah, that's totally fine.
Or maybe I just go find. Maybe like I run into one of the swaggers and I ask, "Hey, and I ask say if they have any sort of knife."
Sure. That we'll just explain it away as like, oh yeah, you've gone to somebody and gotten a knife for free. It's easy enough, and it's in the cost of time. We probably just want to explain it away that way, anyways. Right.
Gotcha.
Where was I? Right. So Gideon Cog Filch ran into trouble about 2 weeks ago, actually, just before you guys arrived. His crew started to get a little... He started to have pretty huge arguments with his crew. They started to get a little bit more dissident. And after a rather stern talking to by the captain, one crew member in particular decided to lead an uprising and rebellion, and a mutiny happened. The captain was robbed of basically all of his trade goods, and they shoved him into a one-man fighter, set the course for Haven, and broke every bit of the controls that he could take control of. He crash landed on Haven in embarrassment with no credits to his name. The past 2 weeks have seen him become reclusive and alcoholic. He has been sort of just staying in whatever bars are nearby, wasting his sorrows away that his crew would be... wasting the sorrows away that his crew would be willing to just betray him for a couple trade goods. That's all you guys know. You've got coordinates, and you've got the captain. You guys go and try and track him down?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, cool. So you guys set off from your from like where you guys were staying. I'd say it's like a little bit of a dingy place. Nothing really huge. There's some like general... Oh god, I need to like pull this thing off my head. It's hard to focus. There's some general like rooms and like hovels built into the walls of the place that you guys are staying in that just sort of have beds and like a closet, and that's about it. You guys have been paying like 20 or 30 credits a night. It's not really anything major, but you're just sort of staying there for a place to stay. As you move through the spaceport, the sound of people talking and trades going on, ships taking off and landing assail your ears. You make your way through the spaceports, passing by several crew members and captains and civilians trading and haggling for goods with newly arrived traders. And eventually, you come to a rather small... Oh, what?
Can I make a quick perception check?
Sure, go for it. What are you looking for in particular?
Actually, I'm going to make a quick awareness check.
What are you looking for?
Nothing in particular. Just I want to make a quick awareness check and see what I might find.
Cool. Yep. Go for it.
Nothing.
Oh. Yeah. There's like a lot of people here. I don't know how used Twifars are to large crowds, but there are a significant amount more people coming and going from this place than you're used to. And it sort of starts to stress you out a little bit. So you very quickly move on.
It's like what was it? Thailand pulls me on past what I was past anything of interest.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I don't really want to like role play the actual creature itself, just because I don't know if I really want to like take that away from you as a player, right? So
No, that's fine.
I try
that's
to be
fine.
I try to be hands off.
That's why I will usually say, hey, this is what the farm's probably doing.
Yeah, I need to decline a call here. Fair enough. Right. So, you guys make your way over to the tavern. It is, dark, dingy, a little bit gross, a little bit, like, iffy. There's some people having, like, afternoon meals and sort of talking amongst themselves. And it just seems like a general, like, smaller scale tavern. There are a couple captains in here already with their crew, just sort of sitting around tables with like alcohol, like cheering and talking and yelling and gambling amongst each other. I'd want one of you guys to make an awareness roll to see if you can find Captain Gideon.
Okay, I'll make another one.
Yep. I'm gonna say that is a good one for this.
Better.
Okay. So
I
you
take a 15.
15? That's a little scary, yeah. Nice. Remor, you don't actually notice anybody. The Kaltorans are starting to blend together and become more and more and more meaningless to you as you stay on their planet. Fall and Tillin. You notice a man sitting in the corner of one of the parts of the tavern with his head in his hands, staring at like some alcohol, sort of just generally taking a moment to think. He wears like a dark red uniform with like black stripes across them, similar to that of some Kaltoran captains in the area. Wait a second. I just need to try and say that because I just improv'd a uniform color. Okay, that's just a detail that is now canon in the world. Yep, that's good. So he just sort of sits in the corner of the tavern with his head in his hands, looking at his alcohol with a red and black uniform on. You think that this might be your guy?
Yeah, Remor, what's your character's name?
Yeah, I think that's it. That one. Que.
What?
Que.
Where?
Que. Yeah, apparently.
Que? Who is this
Alright.
that we were looking for?
Me.
Que.
Who's Que?
Me, apparently.
Your name is Que.
Apparently.
That's good. Okay. Nice.
Fall gets a visual of the person. It's like turns to Quinn, like tapping them on the arm because they're clearly didn't see this person. Quinn, I think it might be him.
Man,
Right.
the man just sort of like coughs a little bit and sort of rubs the back of his head with his free hand. Sighs, sinks lower into his chair, puts his head on the desk.
It's definitely him.
Basically. Right. What are you guys gonna be doing?
Well, we'll walk over to him,
Okay. So Gideon looks up.
I believe.
I approach him and
Okay.
give salutations in the normal Kaltoran way.
Okay. Gideon looks up. He's like, who? His eyes are like bloodshot and red, and he's like got like 3 days stubble growing on his chin, and he looks pretty much wasted. He looks at you like sort of blearily. He's like, "Who the fuck are you?" And he just sort of like heaves for a moment, and then he's back to normal. He's like, "What do you want?" He sort of rocks back in his chair as he watches you.
Is our mechanic with us, and whose name is
Sirius, yep, Sirius Omni.
Sirius? Is Sirius with us?
Yep, I'd say that he's sort of just chilling in the back, watching.
Glances over, sees Sirius doing what she assumes is some form of guarding.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, we are here to talk about a job.
Gideon sort of narrows his eyes. He's like, another one of the fucking raiders, is it? Understood. Understood. Right. I don't think that this is the best time. Do you have something to help with drunken cure, like a cure for drunkenness? I believe that there are a couple pills that they've recently developed in the corporate sector that might help with this. I need to be focused to talk about this job.
Fall looks over into her bag, which she shoved. She now has basically turned into her walking around med kit.
Okay.
Like she stores stuff. Like she's very specific about what she stores on pouches and in her little slung over shoulder bag.
Okay. Would there be anything in there?
Considering that the med pack, she might have found that med pack that was found a newer med pack, and it's like and is not worried. She finds a pill titled The Rough Night.
Okay. Cool. I need to write that down now. Okay.
And takes a look at the ingredients, and determines that this would be helpful for getting rid of a hangover.
Okay. He looks at it. He sort of narrows his eyes as he watches you. He's like, "It's not poisonous, is it?"
No, not no.
Give it.
And drinking is, but
No.
tosses the pill, like puts the pill in his hand.
He looks at you. He sort of shakes his head. He's like, "Damn Twiffer," and he downs it. There is a moment where you see him like seize up, and his eyes like widen, and he's like, "Oh shit! Okay, oh wow. Yep. Okay, that's the stuff. Understood. I need something. Cup, bucket, anything, please, right now."
I hand him his hat.
Okay. He takes the hat and he pukes in it. And then he runs off to the bathroom, and he is gone for about 2 or 3 minutes. Is there anything that you guys are gonna do in the meantime during this period of time?
Fall's just like, well, that's unfortunate.
Well,
goes, like walks off up to the bar, gets a small mug of beer and a small mug of ale or whatever, or space ale or whatever we have, and just sits back down at the table.
Yep.
Pulls a couple of small like herbs out of one of her pouches, and drops them in the alcohol.
Okay.
And stirs them.
Weird. Sirius is gonna look at her. He's gonna like raise an eyebrow. He's like, "The fuck are you?" Damn Twiffer. I don't understand your kind.
Pulls. It's like walks. She like hears that. It's like the far end kind of senses that. It's like drags. It's like, come on.
Don't know if I don't know what you're.
Come here.
Oh, okay. And he wanders over.
She passes the mug over to him and says, "Try that."
He does. Okay. What am I meant to be doing here?
It's like all the small amount of herbs do is change the flavor of the ale a little to be a little bit less tasting like piss water,
Okay.
and more like a full flavored fucking ale.
Okay. Remore, what are you
And
saying? Out of curiosity.
She
sorry.
She looks at Sirius and just goes, "It's an easy way to get a better tasting beer for less money. For
Okay.
less money, especially when you have to barter for most of it. We make we make a lot of good stuff. We make a lot of good herbs, and we make do with what we have on the ships where I grew up."
Give me a second. I need to roll something. What is my culture? My culture is 0. So that's 3d6 minus 2. Okay. He nods. He's like, I heard about your kind. They're mostly built around. They're built as craftsmen, aren't they? Tradespeople. Well, you got your hands on some good stuff here.
So we're merchants of a kind, starfarers.
Fair enough.
I mean, apparently, and kind of batteries.
He sort of cocks his head at the word battery, but he doesn't really acknowledge it or say much. He's like, fair enough. I don't really know what the hell that means, but I'll just accept it.
Ourselves have a lot of electrical have a lot more conductivity than yours do.
He thinks for a moment. He's like,
that's how we bond with the foreign.
Interesting. How interesting. Do you know are the foreign like where would you typically find these things? All that I've ever heard of your kind is they're out in the outer reaches of space, down past Vaz.
We found them out in the outer reaches of space, but they appear every so often.
Interesting. Maybe one day I'll try and track one down. He nods to himself. And Captain Gideon comes back out. He looks pale. He looks pretty damn tired, but he seems sober now. He's gonna look up. He's gonna say, right, about that job. So, you're here to take care of my, my problem, if it were.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at Remor.
Yeah.
Seriously? A Nephilim? A Nephilim is going to take care of a problem for me.
Cab, you not careful.
He nods slowly to himself. He's like, I've heard about what your kind are. Freaking hell. Accents. Ah.
It's like Fall reaches over and places a hand on Quez like forearm, just like pats it, just like, calm down. We don't need a repeat of last time.
Gideon pales at the words "a repeat of last time," and he nods to himself. He's like, I suppose that I could deal with a Kaltoran if it means getting back what I lost. He nods to himself a couple times, and he says, how stealthy can you people be? And do you have a ship?
Oh, I can be very stealthy.
We can be pretty stealthy.
Understood.
Like,
are we talking leave no survivors stealthy, or are we talking
If you want.
a little bit of both?
I'd prefer.
I'd say anyway.
I prefer one person die in this and nobody else. The other people are all good, but
What?
the man that I want dead is a man by the name of Darius Rux.
Darius Rux.
Yeah. He's he led the nope, not RUX, it's RUKS. Thank you. Rux, yeah.
I just marked it how I thought it sounded.
I'm pretty sure that Darius Rux is actually the name of a country singer, and that's the first thing that came to mind. So we're killing a country singer, folks. Right.
Don't worry, it's Space Kenny Chesney.
Basically, yeah. God, I'm not gonna even voice my opinion on that, but he nods. He's like, that bastard led the uprising against me. If we could get him killed, then perhaps we could arrange my buying back of my goods. If you could get my ship back to me as well, that would be all I would really require. I only want one person killed on this trip. I don't want anybody else dying, or your goods is cooked. Do I have an understanding here?
Sure.
He nods to himself. I have some contacts in the police. They'll watch you from a distance. Right. Spencer's rebooting. Of course. Let's see. He said, okay. I guess I'm just gonna wait here until he's back on. Just because I don't want him to miss the entire thing that's going on here. Or, like, Reamer, if you want to, like, maybe remind him once we're back of what's going on. Perhaps. I can continue.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Take notes. This is probably going to be a bit big. He's basically just going to say, your Twyfa friend over there is looking a little distracted. Right. Feel free to let her know about the rest of this. The ship itself is large. It's a class 3 freighter, if you know about those. It is a smaller fighter craft, which I have crash landed in. There are 5 major rooms and hallways connecting them, and I know for a fact that there are smuggling vents and crawl spaces connecting the rooms that, if you knew your way around the ship, would be very simple to smuggle materials in and out of. Got all that?
Yep. That's with your map of the ship.
I suppose Sirius is gonna pipe up at this point. Your map, I can draw one up when we're finally ready to go. All I know is I have the technology to do it if you need it. But I almost guarantee if there's only 5 rooms, we're not going to need it. And then he's going to look at Gideon. He's going to say, right, Gideon, where do these vents all lead to? And Gideon looks at Sirius, and he's gonna nod. He's gonna say, I honestly haven't used them. If this has all happened, then there's a very high possibility that these events are interwoven and interconnected. They could lead anywhere. It would need to be a trial and error thing. And Sirius sort of nods to himself. He's like, right, double ship, the piecemeal ships. I forgot all about those. It's been a while since I last flew on something that wasn't a single piece of hardware. And Gideon laughs. He's like, you got damn lucky if you've got a single ship. Sirius looks at you and glares. Right. Hey, Grim? Grim, are you there?
I'm back, yeah, sorry.
Only things that really have happened while you were gone is there are 5 rooms in this ship It's a size 3 ship with only one floor. There are a ton of hallways connecting the 5 major rooms, and there are several vents and crawl spaces connecting between the rooms, and maintenance rooms and storage closets. Also, every door will be sealed to you. That's the only information that you're gonna have so far.
Every door is sealed. There's crawl spaces and ways we can get around that.
Yep. It's just a matter of
Okay.
You would need to hack into the doors to open them if you were wanting to take it slowly. And possibly the easier route. Gideon himself doesn't actually know the way around any of the vents as well. That's just all you need to know. Right.
Okay.
Sirius just nods to himself. He's like, I'd say it's a pretty damn good deal. 1,000 credits to take back control of the ship. What do you guys say? Isn't that small, pretty damn easy crack, huh?
Yeah.
I see no issue with it.
Nods to himself. He says, right, in that case, he reaches out a hand. Gideon takes it. We'll take the job. And smash cut to a small shuttle in the middle of space. The darkness of space overwhelms you and just spreads out on all sides. There is a major asteroid field. Like you guys are in the middle of the Halo Nebula. It has been close to 12 days since you guys left. You guys have made your way through interstellar space after making a deal with Gideon, and have come to the Halo Nebula, the very edge of it, where a major asteroid field waits. The ship that you were looking for is somewhere in this field. That's all you guys know. Are you guys doing anything right now?
Falls meditating and talking with Tylen.
Right? Fair enough.
Piloting the ship.
Who's piloting the ship?
Actually, then never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
I'm piloting the ship.
Alright,
I've got
fair enough.
command of operations.
Give me a... Alright. Give me a...
Command roll.
Yeah, let's go with command. I don't remember where any of my professional skills are in here. Oh geez, yeah, fair enough. Easily. You just... You pilot the ship pretty damn easily. You go through most of the...
Who's piloting the ship?
You are.
Either one of us.
Did you delete that? Oops. Oh, 12. 12? No?
Nope.
Eh?
Those are more.
19, Jesus!
Yeah, I definitely pilot the ship, no problem.
Yeah, holy shit. Wow, okay. Do you want to re-roll those 6s?
No, actually, no. I'll just take the +2 to the roll.
Fair enough.
So it's a
that's
21.
21, yeah.
No,
Nice. That's good.
+4.
Plus 4? 23?
Yeah, she's got 2 6s.
Jesus Christ.
Oh
okay.
shit! Yeah.
Okay, wow. Yeah, that's good. So you pilot this ship like a trained professional. You fly this thing
I
like...
mean, I am a trained professional.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
you. Can I describe it?
Okay, sure, yeah. Go for it.
I walk into this. I've flown small craft like this before, many times. It's almost a requirement living on the space vessels that the Twyfar do. So like riding a bike, I pick back up and sit back down. I sit in the pilot's chair, pull open a visual of a star map on the left to see which way we need to go, and start going.
Understood. You travel...
Do I get any bonus for that?
I'd say that you get a +2 for that, yeah.
So it's a 25.
Yeah,
Let's go.
25. Let's go, buddy. Let's do this. Well, there's no way that you could lose anyways, so whatever. Just keep increasing that shit. So I am going to look for a soundtrack here that fits. Probably Lunar Outpost or Orbital Promenade. I will go with Halfling Camp. I'm not doing Halfling Camp. Grass is green, the air is clear, sweet last night. No, let's not do that. Into the Deep. Let's go with that. That sounds right. Cool. There you go. So, the ship continues for about 2 weeks. Fall and Tilan managed to single-handedly pilot the vessel like they were born to it. Even frickin' Sirius watching them pilot the ship has to nod his respect. This ship, it's a rust bucket, but it travels at a speed that's almost unnecessarily quick for something this large, and unnecessarily agile. Eventually, you manage to make your way over to the asteroid field that I described. And sitting in the middle of this field, with its lights powered off and most of the power to it not currently visible, is a large ship. It looks like an insect. It looks like a drawing of a really bulky stickman without legs, with two major flaps coming off the back of it. It looks like this is a mixture between Nephilim technology and Kaltoran technology. The ship itself, if I can turn on my camera here, I have a visual of it that I could send you guys. Or I could
cutting
out?
In and out.
Yeah? Right. How much of that did you get?
You can try to get it, and then that.
Right. That's bad. I'm barely able to hear you as well. This is not good. Nice. We've single-handedly done this again.
Oh no.
Okay, this might be back to normal. Okay. Let's hope and pray. I have my session 1.1 details, 2 sets of session 1.1 details, and I have Streamlabs up right now, so I should probably delete that or close it. I am going to close Streamlabs chat. No, I'm not. Can that open? Right. So, yep. Let's see. This ship is enormous. It's only one level, so it's really low to the ground, but it looks like a manta ray. There are 2 main wings coming off of the central body that looks a little bit like an oval, and then the 2 wings sort of expand outwards diagonally with 2 large flapping, like waving energy fields behind it that sort of like blow gently. It looks like this is all like plasma energy, and this is probably how the ship itself gets propelled. It seems like this is probably a mixture of Kaltoran and Nephilim technology.
Okay.
The ship itself has all of its lights and systems off, and it's probably running on dark. It's probably running dark. It's only got enough power to move the engines, and everything else has been turned off just to avoid scanners. And the ship itself, if you weren't mistaking it, it seems like almost they would have to be running from something to have them be running on dark like this.
Okay.
What do you guys do? Well, Remor is currently AFK, but what do you do?
It's running dark. It's running dark, right?
Yep, it's running dark. So all the lights, all the systems, everything that's unimportant is turned off.
I take the ship slowly around it to try and find a visible docking port.
Okay, there On the left side of the ship, against one of the wings, is a docking bay. As you get in close, there is a large, shrill beep from one of your comms panels. It looks like the ship is trying to hail you. The ship itself is okay. So they've gotten close to the ship. It's trying to hail them. Read more.
Right. What does it mean to do?
Serious? Any ideas?
Sirius looks at her. He looks at the comms panel. He looks back at the ship. He says, "If that thing is sitting in interstellar space, running on empty or running on dark, there's probably a reason that they're trying to hail us right now. Because they wouldn't be risking this if they weren't desperate." He looks at the comms panel, and he slaps the answer button. Like an answer, like a glowing hologram that just says answer on it. And there is a crackling from the other end. And then a voice cuts through. He says, "I see that you're coming into our airspace. Who the hell are you?"
I'm just a Grun's character and like.
Oh, actually, no. Wait. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to get into this invisible. I want you guys to make a survival check between the two of you. The total number has to exceed 26.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that I give you guys a fair chance, because this is what I actually planned for in game. Cool. Easily. 16,
Yeah.
20, that's 38. In the actual document that I wrote, I had it set as 36, so even at normal, you guys would have still exceeded it. So actually, instead of getting hailed, you guys just pass right by and dock. You use like the cover of some asteroids and stuff, considering you're using a small shuttle. That's probably only like a size 2 or 1. And you managed to successfully dock without being noticed.
Okay.
My bad. I thought that there was I had been debating like having it hail you guys as soon as you got within range, which was why I said that in the first place without giving you guys the roll. So yeah, that's my bad. Right. What are you guys gonna be doing?
Stealth. Activate stealth shield.
Okay. Remore goes invisible. Grim?
One second.
Sorry, what?
Sorry.
So, it's back to invisible. I grab Grun's shoulder and say, "I'm going to scout ahead, stay here."
You're gonna stay here?
No, you are.
Okay.
Fair enough. That was incredibly easy. Right. So, we're gonna say, in terms of location on this ship, I'm gonna do a drawing real quick. And
Okay.
this is a sketch of how big the ship tends to be here. I'll freehand this because it's relatively simple to draw. Right. So if you'll turn your attention to the area below the star map. This is a lot worse than the sketch I did at home, but it's better than nothing. This is roughly the shape of the ship. That. And then that's the docking port right here.
That's fine.
So you guys have docked right about here, in terms of like ship location. So why? I'm actually just gonna delete this. This is really bad. Erase this. Oh no. Oops. How do I erase? Where's an eraser? You. Cool. So you are here. Can you guys see this, by the way? Just so I know what the hell we're doing.
Yes.
Cool. What are you guys gonna be doing here then? You've docked on the ship.
Right, well, let's scout ahead. Invisible.
Okay. You enter into the docking
Do we
bay.
have any sort of comms?
I wouldn't say that you do. I'd say that you guys haven't really mentioned ever picking up short range comms, so I'd say that you guys don't have it.
Okay.
Because you guys usually travel as a like group, right? So
Right.
This is the first part of the map that you guys reveal. So Remor, you go through and find yourself in front of an airlock. That's it. There is a door there. It is sealed. Do you want to try and open it?
You fell out.
He fell off the ship. Oh no.
No, like you're cutting
Oh.
on my end again.
Okay, yeah, that might be also my internet. Am I cutting out for any of you guys who are watching right now? Oops, Daisy, how many people are watching right now? 4 people. Are you no cutting out on your end? Right. Could it be the Discord cutting me out deliberately?
It might be my end.
Might also be mine. Voice activity is on automatic sensitivity, so I'll move that to no. Oop. I'll turn my input sensitivity to 0, just so I can like have it constantly on then. Right. So, Remor, you find yourself in front of a door. Right about here. Right now.
Can I hack it with an electron?
Cool. Give me an electronics roll. Or give me a programming roll, rather.
Oh, bugger.
Right. The door beeps and doesn't open. There's a light there's like a red flashing light that goes off, but like it doesn't do anything, and then it just goes back to black. Small visual thing comes up on your comms that says 3 tries left, friend.
No, okay.
Yep, go for it again.
Yes. Control. Oh, there we go.
There you go. You break into like the inner programming of this door. There's like a literal toggle like if statement that says if clearance is detected, open door. You set it to if clearance is not detected, open door, and the door just opens automatically. So the door itself opens up and you find yourselves within the crew quarters. I will give you guys a general description of this. So the crew quarters is the room is rather cozy for a Kaltoran ship. Posters and ads plaster the walls, and several bunks, cots, and hammocks hang from the ceiling and sit on the floor. There's an ancient-looking guitar in the corner, some books scattered near one of the cots, and general other curiosities. Towards the back of the room is a vent, and a sealed door leads west.
Right, well, we'll go back and grab Gunner's carry.
Alright.
So we be in front of him.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
So Remor's gone back to grab you.
Well, fall feels a light tap on the shoulder.
Okay.
Okay. She throws the. She pulls the. She pulls the go chip from the ship just in case.
Okay. So navigation. Check.
Basically what would amount to as keys.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So
And which, depending on how I pulls keys and pulls the nav chip as well.
okay, fair enough. That's probably a good idea. Good. Okay.
Always good to have a few more star maps.
True enough. Right. So you've got
Even
your
if they're
hands.
duplicates.
Oop. Right. Good to know. You guys have got your
She
hands.
slips them. And she slips them into one of her pouches.
Okay. Are we good? Am I interrupting anything else?
Just proceeds to follow out towards where the invisible footsteps are leading them.
Okay, fair enough. Sorry, I feel kind of bad now. I'm like, oh shit. I'll talk since there's nothing going on. Oh, nope, there's something going on. There's nothing going on. Oh god.
I was taking a little bit of time to think of how my character would run it.
Okay, fair enough. Give me a second. I just need to write what that is. Cool. So, yeah, you guys see pretty much the same scene. Cozy looking room. Posters and ads plastered to the walls. Bunks, cots, and hammocks hanging from the ceiling and sit on the floor. Ancient looking guitar in the corner. Some books scattered near one of the cots, and general other curiosities. There's a vent in the back of the room, and a sealed door leads west.
Do we really want to try going through the doors again?
No, we'll go to the bench.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna look at these books.
Okay.
I investigate the books.
God damn it. I knew somebody would do it. I had an idea to do something regarding that, but I never actually went through with it. I guess I'll do that now. So, you've got a book on, you find, like, a leadership training book, like, how to command your crew to follow you, a guide to captaining a ship, and it's just, like, a general guidebook on how to, like, lead people. If you read it, I will give you a temporary +1 to any leadership role in the next over the course of this session.
Can I take it with me?
Sure, go for it.
You're carrying it.
Who knows? Maybe it might fit. Who knows? Always good to have stuff to barter.
True enough. Right.
Is there anything else that might look like it might be of use?
Nope. There's the guitar, nothing else.
Nothing.
Right.
I'm just envisioning my character like having like a nice cloak and then just having two rifles to be drawn.
Pretty much. I was like, is she going to take the guitar? Is this really something that I'm gonna have to put up with for the rest of the game?
I thought about it.
Oh
Hey,
god.
I'm taking the guitar.
Alright, fair enough. It's large, like a lot larger than you'd probably be able to carry with you, and slung over your back it clings against most of the other guns. I'd say you're gonna want to store that on your shuttle for now.
I was about to say, like, Fall walks over and says, "I'll go. So I can go run it back."
Then I'll do it. Go run back to the shuttle and drop off both my guns and keep the guitar.
Oh, you're dropping off your guns, huh?
Yeah.
Good idea. Yep, that's fine. Cool. So you drop your guns.
Both of my guns are still on my person. I'm not gonna use them.
Fair enough. Daisy. I'm hearing things and you guys are cutting out slightly, but... Oh boy. Yep. I realize. Oops, daisy.
And they're back.
Cool.
There we go.
There you go. Right. So you guys leave your guns, which is kind of great, but Remore.
I didn't. I'm not leaving my gun.
Right. I meant sort of Remore.
I palm my knife.
Okay. Fair enough. Just let me like draw this out because I kind of want to do something stupid.
I have time. Guitar.
Oh no! Don't tell me that you're going to like. Oh no! Are you going to use it to like kill Gideon or something? Is this like an unnecessary way to kill it? Are you playing Hitman now? Hitman Remore Edition.
Clearly.
Fair enough. Sure, we'll go with it. Yep, you get the guitar. So that's just an item. It's not worth anything. It has no cost. It has no resource value, and it can't do any damage. Actually, no. You know what? Screw it. It is a weapon. The guitar is a blunt weapon. It deals. It has a 1 to hit. It deals a total of 2 end damage. Its crit damage is 1. It has a range of 1. It has no clips or ammo. It has no load time, no rate of fire, and 1 weight.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hit him with it until it breaks.
Basically.
Hitting him with it.
Sure, we'll say that's a weapon. Go for it.
My kind of music.
Basically. Alright, so you guys will be going into vents then, yeah?
Yep.
Cool. So I've got to do some freehanding again because I'm an idiot and I constantly do these things to myself. Actually, no, I'm doing a polygon / line. Oops, dupe. Come on. We're lagging out just a little, guys. Oh shit, oop. Right. Here, and then we've got a room here. Cool. So you guys make, for the vent to the south, you pry open the vent and look inside. It is dark and dusty, but it is large enough for a single person to crawl through at any given point in time. If they're thin and not legion.
I would think some remnant might have some issues with that too.
Yeah, true. TikTok
some
motherfucker,
different-
it's 3 a.m. here. Jesus. Alright.
It is.
Well, that's fair. Right, so what do you guys be doing? You're going into the vent?
Yep.
Cool. You make your way into the vent. It is dark, it is cold, there is the sound of like humming from everywhere at once as you move through. But eventually
I'm slightly glowing just as a matter of fact, because that's a Twifar thing.
damn
Just
Twilight
like
vampires.
we're literally housing energy beings in our systems. So yes, we're gonna glow just a tiny bit.
Fair enough.
There's actually a feat that you can take as a Nephilim or as a Twifar to have luminescence,
Oh shit,
and you
seriously?
can control it. Yeah,
I like the idea
it's
of
one of
that.
the ones I want to take.
Sounds
It's
kind
one of the ones I
amazing.
want to take.
That actually sounds kind of great. Okay, sure. So, Sirius just sort of watches. He doesn't say anything. He sort of seems to acknowledge it, and he's like, "That's pretty much normal. Most races tend to be different." But he doesn't really say or do anything else. Remore, would you notice anything, or would you do anything regarding the glowing Twifar in front of you?
Just gonna turn on and slap and tell him to cut that shit out because it's supposed to be stealthy.
True enough.
It's subtle. Like it'll give us just a small amount of light in the dark tunnel, but it's not like I'm literally giving off light.
Great, okay. Let's keep going
It's
then.
I was about to say if anybody's seen Sky High, I'm Zach right now.
Oh no. This is.
Except
Oh,
subtle.
Oh, fair enough. All right. So you guys move through.
And all the reindeer loved him.
God damn it. Right.
This is what you get.
Yeah, basically. So you move through the engine room. I gotta move the entire page down slightly. The engine room. The sound of rumbling audibly increases as the vent opens, revealing an enormous fusion engine from the old war sitting in a makeshift harness consisting of metal struts connected to the hull of the ship. Kaltoran welding is evident everywhere in here, and there are many smaller pipes and machines within this room that rumble and make incredible noise. I'm not allowed to say that. So yeah, that's what it is. What are you guys gonna do?
Search the room for Gideon.
Right. You're searching the room for Gideon.
Yeah.
Gideon isn't
No.
there. He's back home.
The other dude.
The other dude, what's he called?
Darius.
Darius, that's it.
Darius is not in this room.
Great.
In fact, there isn't any crew in here either. A little weird, that.
It's a fusion. Can I I don't think I would know what these reactors are, but I might what this kind of engine is, but it's like that's an odd engine. It's giving off a lot of energy.
He looks at it.
Can
He sort of gives a half cock of his head. He's like, "Old war tech. I don't really know anything about these.
I fiddle with them?
Gonna have to fiddle, yeah." Wait, what? Are you doing it? Are you giving a fiddle with a fusion engine?
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
I reach out and stop him. It's like, let's not.
That's not a
It
mechanic,
looks
it's
like-
fine.
It looks like it. So is he, but it looks like it might go boom.
Ooh, even better.
Oh no. Remore.
No. Like, vaporize us along with it.
Yeah. Just the guy as well when the ship back in one piece.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I believe he
Yeah.
actually mentioned that he
Yeah.
wanted it back, yeah.
Yeah, let's not touch the engine then. That's really a good idea.
Probably a really terrible idea. Alright, are you guys doing anything else in this room?
I searched the room for another vent,
Alright.
for another vent.
Okay, so
I searched for any tools.
minor searching of the room reveals a data pad with details on how to mess with the fusion engine.
Ooh.
Whenever you want to make your next mechanics roll on a Keltor engine to repair or reveal faults in it, you get a +1. Only for that roll, though. Also, I want you guys to give me a 3d6 roll. Are you guys there? Hello?
Huh?
Right.
I'm here.
Give me a roll of 3d6. Three more, you don't find anything.
That was awful.
Hi.
Right. Wow. Fall. You search about the room, and tucked behind the engine, tucked behind a water boiler in the corner of the room, there is a burlap bag.
I'm gonna open it.
Right. You find a hidden cache of 200 credits. They're in 20 credit chips. Probably the daily food allowance for whatever engineer works here.
Take them.
I slip 60 credits out. If it's for
Okay.
if it's for somebody else, I'm not really worried about it.
Okay. 140.
Plus, at the current time, we have a decent amount of credits, and the job is more important.
Okay. I am going to say that person who will not be named but will be encountering you guys in the future is going to be slightly friendlier to you now. but he's still gonna be rather pissed off at you for doing that.
I mean, I was just taking 20 for each person. That's about it.
Yeah, he still doesn't like it when people take his credits. Or her credits, rather. So, okay, that's fine.
It's like, it takes it.
It's done.
Takes it. Yeah, it takes it. It's done. But like,
Okay.
fiddles around in her, like in one of her other pouches and pulls out a small data chip and places it in place.
Okay.
In place of it.
Okay.
The data chip holds a star map.
Okay. What is it to?
It might be of use to them in some way.
Okay. Fair enough. You've done that then.
Yeah. It's like, and plus it's like it might be of use to them in some way, and Fall being Fall would either have memorized or made copies.
True enough. All right. So there is a other than that, in terms of what you guys are looking for, there are I'm trying to draw this out properly. There are vents to the north behind a sealed door. Shit. And there is a vent to the east. Also probably behind the water cooler. Or water boiler.
Can we go to that one?
So go to the east one. Alright, that leads you to... Oh, here's where it gets complicated. Right. Also, there's a door, by the way. Before I don't mention this, there's a door right here. So you guys are going to the eastern water cooler? Or what are you doing?
We're going off through it.
Going through it. Okay. So you're going through to the east. Understood. So that's you, and that is you. Right. So you guys move through the vents, going to the east. You go a total of like, well, I don't know, couple 100 feet before you run into a bit of a snag. I need to do this. You go here, and then you go here. And cool. So you come to a four-way crossroads. There are vents leading off this one vent to the north, south, east, and west.
Can I roll awareness?
Which vent are we coming in from?
You're coming in from the south.
Can I do an awareness check on which one actually leads to wherever Darius is?
Alright.
Command deck.
Give me an awareness.
There he is.
Yep. Oh. Oh. Right. I'm gonna say you... feel free to re-roll one of those if you want. Or just give yourself a +2.
No, the +2 is mine. One of my abilities specifically.
Okay, so that's a Twyfar thing. Understood.
It's a Twyfar trait that I took.
Okay, cool. So that's 15. Cool. You think that to the west, there's the sound of people chatting. To the east, there's another set of vents that you can see that lead north and south. And to the north, there is a very, very long stretch ahead of you.
It's because the people.
Yeah, there are people chatting and like sort of the sounds of like kitchenware being tossed around and general like
That'd be the
machinery.
Mess hall.
Yeah, mess hall. We don't want to go there. I'd say north then.
There's also the sound of machinery and the sound of like bubbling and like you can faintly read more. I want you to make an awareness roll of 8 or better. Just give me just for a stupid thing that I implemented. All right, cool. You can faintly hear the sound of yelling, but it's like automated voices. And it's like, we take credits and Arrow Fizz, the newest corp beverage, guaranteed to help you sleep in 5 minutes or less. Can I get you to make a psychology or culture check on that if you want to?
Which one do you want?
Just a culture or psychology, whichever one you want.
8.
Arrowroot is a really ancient root medicine that was used by the humans a couple thousand years ago. It's absolutely going to put you to sleep in 5 minutes or less, and it's probably not healthy for you.
Really?
Yes, really. I wrote this out.
We were just talking about this.
I know. That is why I implemented it.
Okay.
So that's just a thing.
Should we go there or not?
Keep going north.
Right. So you continue north, which means that you get led to... Oh. Okay, you circumvent most of the map. Good. I probably should have done that differently. But I will follow my map. So, you come out of... you pass by all the people talking and the sound of, like, other stuff going on. And you come into, we'll say, this one sounds good. You come into a room to the north. It is rather small, and there is a sound of like machinery beeping and sort of sparking and other stuff from up here. And there is the sound of a man shifting around in front behind a chair, and the sound of a chair rolling. And then he says, Darius, are we sure that we want to be doing this? And Darius says, yeah. Do you really think that Gideon would have done anything for us? We're just Kaltoran workers. We'd never get anywhere in life if we let Gideon control us. Of course this was a wise decision. And there's sort of silence on the other end, and sort of a man say like, "You're the boss." And then there's sort of the sound of like clicking of keys and like comms chatter and all that kind of stuff generally.
Okay.
Okay, I've got a plan. So, I'm still still.
Yep.
So, go out, get a distraction, get one to look at you. I'll sneak behind Darius and take him out. And then, hopefully, that'll mean we'll get ready to control the ship. Because they're not gonna take out the leader, then surely they're all gonna just kind of fall in line.
Make me an awareness roll.
You do. I'll keep my awareness.
You think that you think that through that space, the room beyond is pretty damn small. If you were to get up in there, he'd immediately turn around and notice you.
Even stealth.
Even with stealth. It's a tiny room.
Meh.
But what if they're invisible?
It's a cockpit.
Oh.
Yeah.
How many people in the room then?
2.
Okay, you take the other guy, I'll take Darius.
Right. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stealth strike Darius like straight up.
Cool. Give me give me a physical roll, and I'm gonna roll awareness for Darius. Just because he's a Kaltoran. Cool. Right.
18.
What?
Not 18. Sorry. 14.
Why are you writing? Match.
What's happening? Oh,
14.
wait, no, that'd be 15, wouldn't it? If you're re-rolling the 1?
Yeah.
15, so you actually beat him. Right.
What?
What?
Keep going. Sorry.
Okay. So, like, as you move into the room, nobody really looks at you. There's two Kaltorans, like, one of them looking a little bit older, one of them pretty young, sitting in the cockpit of this ship, looking out into space. They're, like, tapping on several of the control panels and just don't really pay much attention to you.
Okay. So, move up behind Darius now. So to you can test the guitar.
Alright, so you're gonna, like, straight up choke him with your weapon?
Now I'm gonna batter him to death with it.
Jesus Christ. Okay, that's a little, brutal. Sure. So, I want you to roll me 3d6 plus strength, and I want Darius to roll me a 3d6 to see if he can dodge it. And I'm gonna give him a negative because he is unaware. Cool.
Oh God.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Nice. Okay. So you strike. You like grab the butt of your rifle and you start to bashing him in the back of the head. Your invisibility drops. What? What are you doing?
It's a guitar. It's
Oh.
a guitar.
You've taken the guitar and you're using it as a weapon. Okay. There's like a twanging noise as you whack him in the back of the head. You realize this is a steel guitar. You continue to whack him in the back of the head. Your invisibility drops. The crewmate beside him whips out a sawed-off shotgun and points it at you, and he lets off a burst. Can you roll me 3d6?
Do you want plus movement?
Literally just 3d6.
15.
Cool. 13 versus 15. He doesn't hit you. Nah. I'm not betraying this campaign, dude. No hope in hell. 13 versus 15. So, basically what happens is, the dude levels the shotgun at you and pulls the trigger, like, squeezes the hair trigger. Remor, what do you do to get out of the way of this thing? Because this is kind of a badass moment here.
I'm going to duck and roll forward and punch the crewmate in the face.
Oh, fuck. So he rocks backwards and just sort of clutches his face, yelling. He just, like, drops to his, just sort of collapses into his chair, yelling and grabbing at his face. And the other crewmate, Darius, is just sort of sitting there, like, bleeding in the corner, but he's still technically alive. You didn't finish killing him properly yet.
Okay, I'll go back to beating to death with the guitar. Because why not?
Several minutes later of twanging noises, there is now a very heavily bloody, messy body in the corner, covered in gore, and a knocked out Kaltoran crewmate sitting in the corner.
I'm going to take a selfie.
Shit. Okay, fine, you do that. You take out whatever, like, hollow phone or whatever you have.
A fall comes out after the twanging stops. And it's just like... like hand to forehead, just like.
That's my job.
You people are genuinely kind of the most fucked up folks I've ever known. I tell you what. You people scared the shit out of me.
I don't know what's going on.
I would have to personally agree with you. Right. So
So pulls. She reaches into her med kit, pulls out a flask.
oh shit.
Pulls out a flask, hands it to Sirius.
Sirius looks
You
at
first.
you. Sirius drinks immediately, like pretty heavily, and then just passes it back. He's like, "Well, welcome to Kaltorn Space, where vigilante justice takes place, beating people on the head with a guitar, apparently."
She Fall takes a second, takes a swig, and puts it back. It's like, hey, there's nothing wrong with including a little bit of liquid courage in a medicine kit, right?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Especially if you've got a mallet.
True.
True.
Especially if you've got a mallet.
I guess we should
Nonsense.
get this ship.
I'll see you later,
returned.
Hemo. Thanks for dropping in. What are you doing?
We should probably return this ship now to its rightful owner.
Alright, cool. You take control of the ship. There is several yells from, like, back to the south of you, and a comms panel lights up on your dash.
Let's just seal the entire ship.
Right.
Oh, no, getting out.
Roll me a check to see how, like, to see if there's, like, a button on this ship somewhere that, like, activates, like, an emergency lockdown or something. Because I feel like that's...
Programming on
Programming? Sure, yeah. Give me a programming roll.
There you go.
Or in electronics. Okay, cool, yeah. You rolled an 11?
Yeah.
Fine. You break into the... actually, no. How would you do this? If you describe it well, I'll give you a +2 to this.
So I'm just kind of checking the control panel, looking for emergency lockdown procedure button.
Okay.
Going through all the options. Using the programming skills to try and quickly find the subroutine for shutting the ship down, locking the crew next to the quarters, so they can't try and storm the ship anywhere, or attack any of the main life support systems or engines.
Okay. Cool.
And making sure they're shared from dial control.
Okay. So, yep, sure, +2. So that's 13. You locate the button sitting on the control panel, and there's, like, a moment where you're like, should I answer? And then you just press lockdown anyways, and you can just hear the sounds of yelling and angry shouting coming from the south of you, and then you start hearing pounding coming out from your door and the sound of a blowtorch being activated. Or basically a plasma torch, plasma cutter.
I don't suppose we can anesthetize the crew.
You're doing what?
I suppose we can anesthetize the crew.
You can just leave the crew? Yeah, you could technically do that. All you wanted was to get the ship back.
Knock the crew out.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Oh, great.
You didn't really get told to, like, kill anybody. You were told not to kill anyone, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they aren't supposed to just be, like, knocked out.
What's the Teflon doing then?
What's the what?
Teflon Grim?
What
What you doing?
So are we knocking out the crew?
It's up to you. You can either answer the comms or knock them out. I've locked everyone in.
I answer the comms.
One of the crew members, or, like, there's the sound of, like, a woman on the other end of the comms panel who's like, What are you doing? Darius, why are you bringing us back the way we came? Didn't we come here, didn't we take this to escape this goddamn planet? What kind of pioneer are you?
So, Fall is thinking. Fall is thinking. She hits the mute button.
Okay, the sound of angry yelling on the other end is very quickly just silenced.
She turns to the other two. I think we might have done the wrong thing here.
Sirius looks at her. Sirius says, well, there aren't really many wrong or right decisions when you're taking on a job like this. There's mostly just the ones that get you paid. All depends on what you want to do.
If these guys don't like Mr. What's his face so much, what's the dude's name again?
Gideon.
If these people don't like Mr. Gideon so much, could we possibly, I don't know, talk with them and then have them talk with them and deliver Gideon to them?
I mean, that's a possibility.
It's like, deliver Gideon to them. We make a little bit of coin. We can try making a little bit of coin.
I like where you're coming from.
And let them go on their way. As long as they don't go on their way, go trade and not go trade. Don't rob people.
It's worth a shot at the very least. Or, what do we do?
Or we could drop the air pressure on the entire ship and knock them out.
Wouldn't that knock us out too?
No, we just do a localized. We steal the bridge, which we've already done, and then...
You're doing what?
The air pressure under it.
Sir, what are you fucking doing?
Dropping the air pressure? Knock them out. Lack of oxygen.
Oh, yeah, we could do that, yeah. I suppose that's another option, isn't it?
I mean, we're getting paid to bring the ship and the food back up.
I thought you were gonna... I thought you were, like, unsealing all the doors and opening up every door in this damn ship to the outside.
No, he said don't kill people.
Yeah, even for a demon, that's some nice little shit.
I still feel like we're doing something wrong here.
I mean, we can always kill Gideon if we are to. I mean, you know.
I'd honestly rather just turn Gideon over to these people. They clearly wanted him gone.
Well, then they can do that when he's back on the ship and with him. When they're with both of us.
But wouldn't we want to make more friends than just one random pirate dude who's probably gonna die?
That's probably a good point. We do need a crew for our future battleship. Yeah, let's go with your plan.
Fuck, that's a good point.
All right. All right. Fall taps the like opens a comm channel to the ship.
Give me a second. I
like
need to do
whole ship.
Give me a second. Right. So. Right.
Opens a one-way comms channel to the ship.
Okay, I was gonna say there is like radio chatter from everywhere at once, but that very quickly gets silenced. You are now available to record.
Hello. Hello. We seem to have accidentally taken over your ship without knowing all the details.
Sirius is like, well, fuck, this is how we're starting, isn't it?
It has come to our attention that the abhorrent person who told us about this ship seems to be more of a would be better suited not being around anymore. And honestly, I'd rather y'all be able to go about your day, go about your time. I
Some
see
of the
no
angry
problem with
yelling sort of decreases in volume on the other end.
it's we were requested to come and bring the ship back with no casualties. But I have a proposition. How about how about we bring the ship back, get this, like, it's trying to not say racist piece of trash.
Yeah.
It's like, get this
Gentlemen.
gentleman back on board for, I don't know, 5 minutes. Knock his happy ass out, and then just let the crew have at it.
Oh
Let the
no.
crew have at him.
Oh, okay.
Or do as you wish to them. We don't really care. The only thing we would like in return would be some possibly some form a possible start of a relationship with your crew, and maybe a few credits if you could throw them our way, or some small bit of cargo. That's all. We don't really wish to take things from you. We don't wish to do anything with your stuff, really. We were just looking to make some money, and I think this is a better option than turning you over to somebody you clearly don't want to work for.
Give me a... Yeah, you know what? Screw it. Give me a leadership roll.
A leadership role?
Give me a leadership roll.
Okay. Shit.
Just because that's the first thing that I could think of. Oh, actually, no. Give me resolve.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, also someone kind of made a bit of a mess in here in a human.
You're trying to...
+2.
Yeah. You're trying to basically debate with the entire crew of a hostile ship, so I'd say that's probably bravery right there, or conviction.
It's a 16.
Cool. So there is a comms chatter thing that lights up on your side of the ship.
I tap it.
Female voice comes through.
Hold up 1 second.
Yep. This went a different way from what I expected it would go, too.
Oh, I've killed 2 doctors, 5 children, and then beaten a guy to death with a guitar.
Pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much how this has gone so far for you, Remore. You're kind of a homicidal maniac in terms of Nephilim terms. And that's saying quite a fucking bit. You kind of done a lot. Oh, also, I need to describe the nav room, by the way, once you guys are done with it.
The nav room?
Yep.
Alright, so it's a 16. So I pop the comms on, and then what happens?
So rather than just voice, a hologram of a female Kaltorn with like black hair and a big red braid running all the way down the side of her face looks back at you. She sort of nods to herself. She's like, "You don't look half bad. All right. Well, we've heard what you wanted. We're willing to negotiate a little bit. There are a couple places on this ship that had a lot of loot. If you can track it down, feel free to take what you want. Listen.
May we be able to walk through the ship? be unmolested. Walk through the ship unmolested.
There are still a couple dissidents in my little faction here, but I can talk to some of the enforcers, get them to stop. And you see, like, out of shot, like, there's a man, like, a big, bulky, like, 7-foot tall guy with, like, a heavy shotgun that sort of just steps in and out of view, and then you just hear a sound of somebody, like, yelling, and then just silence. And she's like, that's better. Right. What do you,
What might your name be?
Well, my name... I need to look into this. I need to look up female names for Kaltorns. What is it? Page 28?
Yeah, it's really early in the chapters.
Yep. This is Nephilim. Oops. That's Kaltoran. There you go. My name is Esther. Esther.
Esther?
Esther, yep.
My name is Fall.
Nice to meet you, Fall.
And if you would like to come and negotiate, we can do that, or we can negotiate in another place outside of the nav room.
Okay. She nods. She nods. She sort of, there's like the slightest bit of red that shows up on the hologram. She's like, I think I'd like that. And she nods and she says, sure, we'll negotiate. What are your terms? As long as we get to leave this godforsaken fucking planet, we'd be...
Oh, no. Y'all can leave. We're just gonna need to get on the planet, stay there for a good 10-15 minutes so we can get the guy... Well, stay there for a little bit so we can get the guy to the ship, and then y'all can do whatever you damn well please.
She nods. She's like, that'll do. That's all I want. Alright, you've earned my trust. Feel free. Take a walk around the ship, see what you can find. Also, if you're looking for the vault, I suggest you open up the 7th panel from the right on the wall to your left.
Alright. Alright, sounds good.
Nods.
I will. It's like, where should I meet you?
Well, if you really want to get to know each other a little better, she sort of half grins. She's like, there's a couple places in the sector that we could talk. I suggest, if we're going to get in touch, you should go to... Where is this? I suggest that we meet in... just past the Halo Nebula. There's a little country... there's a little city-state just beyond there. Right about there on your guys' map, by the way. If you guys are looking at the map right now. This one right here. It has the name of... Okay, give me a second. It has the name of Galar. It's a trading planet from back during my family's time. Back before the old war, back before any of this shit happened. I don't know if any of the pioneers have settled that area yet, but Galar would be a good place to meet if we're to chat again. It's about 24 days from here.
All right, sounds good. Would you mind if we have the ship fly?
Yeah, sure. Go do whatever. Get us back.
All right. So we're going to Galar, yes?
Galar, yep.
Okay. Okay. Well, in that in that point, we in that point,
I'll
so
get the
I
captain.
thank so thank you. We'll start getting. So thank you. We'll start getting the stuff done. Start getting everything done. Would you like? It's like. Would you like the? Would you like the gentleman rather hog-tied and hand delivered?
Uh, say he misses a couple. No, no, no. She just sort of half grins. She's like, no, nothing. Just as long as he's bound and delivered, I'm fine with him. Sort of toothy, like greedy sort of grin on her face. The rest of the crew, another crew member leans in and sort of looks at the rest of the crew. He's like, "You're damn right. Those people look a little bit." And then she's like, "Shush, shut up."
So are they on? So are they on? Are they on the ship or are they not?
What? Who?
Are these people on the ship or are they not?
We're in the lounge. I don't know what the hell you're looking at.
So out of character, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Lounge.
Okay.
So it's
All
to the
right.
south
So
of
we'll
you.
first set a course to Huh? We'll
It's
first set a course to Haven. Go pick up our extra guest,
Yep.
and then
Okay.
and then y'all can be on your way out.
Okay. Cool. I just need to figure this out. Cool.
Yes.
She nods. She's like, "Thank you for this."
Of course.
Genuine nod from her, and she's like, This is Esther, captain of the barn door, signing off." And and the comms shut off.
It's like signing off. I shut the comms down.
Yep.
All right. It's like all right. The first I look directly at Quay.
Quack.
Wrap the body up. Wrap the body up. We'll use it as bait.
I'm not
Shit.
touching that thing.
You literally just beat him with a guitar. You're wrapping the body up.
No, no, no. I've got a plan to get into the ship. Don't worry. You just leave that there.
That's fine, but we also need to find a way to get rid of the body. Get rid of the body. Because even if they do already understand that we probably beat somebody to death, I'd rather make sure that it doesn't damper our plans, damper our relationship with this crew.
Chad, is there an airlock in the control room?
You're locking in the control room?
No,
Is there an airlock in the control room?
There is indeed. Well, no, actually, the nearest airlock that you guys saw was back in the engine room. But there's,
Oh, God.
from what showed up in the hologram, you probably saw there's like a large panel in the floor behind her that seems to be pretty like drop ship like.
Right.
But other than that, there's like nothing that would potentially lead out.
Right, so I'm going to kick the body through that drop. So,
You would need to literally you would need to kick him out of his chair, across the room, through the door, into the lounge, into the very middle of the lounge, get everybody else out of the lounge, and then drop him through an access hatch that potentially could have pulled you in as well. Are you sure you want to do that?
no,
I'm
no,
gonna go use the bathroom quick.
Yeah. Alright, fair enough.
So I'll lock it in the control.
Okay, sure. The body's locked in the control room.
No, it's a locker in there.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Here, I'll give you the actual description for the nav room. The room is small, compact, and built like a cockpit. Several tiny locker spaces could hold any manner of items, and two chairs sit facing the starscape the ship moves through. A tangle of controls that confuse any half-decent pilot litters the front of the room, built like an aeroplane that ancient humans probably used. A cup of some kind of blue fluid lays half spilled on the floor, and the occupants haven't really bothered to clean it. There's a vent leading south on both sides of the room.
Okay, I'm going to shove his body in one of the lockers. Well,
Alright.
with it.
Which one do you open? There's about 10 of them. Give me a number between 1 and 10.
Number 5.
Okay. The 5th locker opens. It's not very large, but it's just big enough to fit a body. So you sort of shove the body in through like a tangle of pilots' uniforms, and it sort of just lays there, crumpled in the corner.
Oh, I tripped on me.
You what?
It tripped on me.
Tripped on you.
Dripped.
Dripped on you. Oh, shit, yeah. In that case, Sirius is just gonna grimace and look at you, and he's gonna be like, "Don't put that thing anywhere near me. You hear?"
Just go. Just gonna.
Alright, I'm back.
Go
Hello,
wipe my
Mac.
brains off my shoulder and eat them.
You're gonna do what?
Well, you know, it's not gonna kill me.
You're eating someone's. What? What did you just say that you were doing?
I'm gonna eat his brains.
Fuck!
Or the bits that are on my shoulder.
Is she trying to do this in the room
Yeah.
that I'm in right now?
Yeah. Both.
I-
Sirius
I
looks
tur-
at her.
I turn her around and whack her upside the head. No.
I'm gonna take the guitar from before. Sirius takes the guitar from before and holds it sort of semi-menacingly. He's like,
Wait, isn't there another person? Isn't there another person in the
yeah,
another person in the room?
There is another person in the room.
Oh yeah, what are we doing with him?
I turned to Sirius. Sirius. I was like, Sirius, hun, could you possibly take them to wherever their med bay is? Actually, I pulled up the schematic for the ship.
Sure. So all of this stuff in green is now black for you. Also, right.
I locate wherever their med bay is and ask Sirius, could you possibly take the young lady to med bay? Is it a man or a woman?
Sirius is a guy.
Not who I'm talking about. The person who's unconscious.
Yeah, it's a guy. It's a male.
Okay. Can you take the young man to the infirmary, please?
Understood. He looks at the med base at the med base sign. He looks at the chart. He sort of nods his head and he goes and runs off to the south. You hear the sound of several doors opening and closing and like people yelling and then like hushed silence. That's it.
I hail up the captain again. Hail up the captain again real quick.
Okay.
Can you remind me what her name is?
Esther.
Esther.
Yep.
Esther, when we got into the navigation room, your friend knocked himself out. So we figured we had our friend walk him down to the get him down to the med bay. Just wanted to be transparent with you about it. That's all.
She grins like a sort of toothy grin. She's like, "Fine, never liked the fucker anyway." And she nods, and the comms unit shuts off.
I opened the panel.
Okay.
It was the panel that she indicated.
Yep. There is the sound of hissing like air, and the entire series of lockers that you guys have been shoving bodies in flips around in like a 270-degree like turn, and then slides up into the ceiling, flips backwards like a driveway door, and just folds inwards. There is a space just beyond. The small pocket-sized cubby pushes inwards and turns, opening a massive hidden door with its padded soundproofing foam behind it. Inside the room is a closet-sized space filled with credit chips and a single data pad, along with several crates of small to heavy arms. Most of these are illegal within corporate and Kaltoran space, but it would make a killing in Nephilim or Legion lands. You gain
Ooh,
seven. You gain 700 credits and 4 crates of firearms.
Might be able to make
I think for like Fall thinks for a second. Tylen kind of sees some of those weapons, and senses the energy coming off them. It's like, ooh.
Okay.
But it's just like a vague feel. It's just like a vague feeling of, those look nice, but we can't take all of their cargo.
Yes,
Oh
and
shit! I just unplugged my
No,
headphones.
we can't. We're gonna let them. We want to have a good starting relationship with these people, even after you just killed their captain, their other captain.
How many captains has this damn ship had down to this point? That's 3 now, isn't it?
I can only assume unless the captain became Esther instead of
Yeah.
Darius.
how does
Yeah.
Esther captain if she doesn't know that we just killed the previous captain?
I assume
Maybe she assumed that by taking over control of the ship, that meant killing the captain.
Oh,
probably that's kind of like wartime 101. Nods to himself. He's like,
I mean-
killed with the guitar.
also, technically, all Kaltorans can see all the other memories of most other Kaltorans, so she probably actually saw the very moment that he died.
Oh, that
That's
Jesus Christ.
like I roll. Can I call him on that?
You totally can. He is actually a Kaltoran, by the way.
No, because
Sure.
actually I can't call. I'm gonna roll culture to see if I actually call him on that.
Yeah, go for it.
Traumatized. Just
All
forced the captain.
fucked up in it.
I do not call him on that,
He nods.
but
he's
I'm
like,
calling you. I'm calling your ass on that. That's not fair. Cause like,
cultural memories.
I just kind of sit there, and go, that sounds wrong. It's like sit there with in my head. I'm like, that sounds wrong. But I don't know enough. I don't know enough about their genetic memories.
Yep.
Actually, wait. Can I try rolling psychology and psychology as well?
Sure, go for it.
That was worse. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, very much so. I was like, that sounds wrong, but I don't know enough. But I don't know enough, so I don't care.
Fair enough.
It's like, because I can call you DM on that shit.
Yep.
That is absolutely not how that works.
Exactly. I don't care. I am a DM. I am. No, I'm kidding.
I'm about to say, don't make me reach through my camera, reach through my
Monitor?
microphone to whack you upside the head.
Power complex? No.
But-
Yeah, no.
But no, but it's like, she's.
Oop.
Fall's like, okay, we're going to take 600 credits.
Yep. Understood. That's what, 800 now? No, 660 that we've recovered, isn't it?
That's only 600 that we've recovered. I haven't given them the other chips yet.
Oh, right. Okay. He just nods to himself. He's like, alright, that's a pretty decent haul.
So we take those credits and we'll take one of the crates. I figure they'll be trading the other ones. I figure they trade
Understood.
the other ones.
Okay, so...
I'm not really. We'll take the data pad though.
Yep. So the data pad, it's encrypted in a language that you don't understand.
Okay.
Useful.
I pass the pad over to our resident techie.
I'm gonna roll a programming check. I'm gonna want a programming roll of like 18 or higher.
For yourself, go.
Yeah, this is like some crazy shit. Like this is human stuff. This is like back when humanity very first reached space levels of shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is like a programming role of really high level shit just because they don't know how it works. So that's +1. Sure. 11?
No.
Yeah, he looks at it. He looks back at you guys. He looks back at it. He's like, this is old tech. I don't know how to work
Then-
this.
Then we'll keep it and we'll wait to see if we can find somebody who can.
Understood. Let's look for a historian. This seems like English, I believe it was called.
That's odd, but we'll find some. We'll find something.
Yep, let's give it a go. And he sort of nods. He's like, right. So we're ready. Let's head back to our normal portion of space. Do what we can and head back.
I know a story point that we could do, but I don't. But it's something that like I know I would do in this situation.
Oh,
But I'll tell you about it later.
okay, sure. Yeah,
About it later, G.
go for it. I think.
But at this point, I walk back into the nav room, sit down in the chair, find some form of like towel or something, wipe down the chair,
Okay, yeah.
sit in it and start pulling up the driving consoles.
The driving console itself is like there is basic controls in here. Apparently, the way that the barn doors run is everything is mono. So there is some old school tech in here, but for the most part, there is a digital system that's been jerry-rigged from like an slightly more advanced ship's UI. So it's like it's more efficient software, but there's basically nothing else going on with it that could really give you an edge.
Okay.
The engines are running at like 10% of their maximum capacity, by the way. And
The engines are at 10% of the max capacity.
Yep, and fuel-wise, there's enough for the journey back and maybe halfway towards the planet that they're getting to. So you might need to refuel
Okay.
before you go.
I figure we go to Haven, and then he'll go to Haven, sit down in a spaceport that's a little bit far away from the one we found.
Yep.
Gideon in and refuel, and then then send our lovely little friend to go get his ass.
Understood. Right. What would you say, Remor? That sounds about like the plan you guys be going with?
Yeah, I'm gonna go deal with Gideon when we get back and get to the ship.
Okay.
That's my specialty.
Looks like that.
I sit back down in the chair and we start the journey back out.
Right. Okay.
Oh, while we're doing that, I pull out an empty data chip,
Okay.
and I plug it into the nav system.
Okay. Automatically,
Go.
there's a planet. There's like some planet data on what's it called? What was the planet that I wrote? It was. Oh God, I don't remember what I called it.
It was a G something.
Yeah. Gallon, I think was, or no, Gallus. There's some planet data on Gallus that gets downloaded to your datapad. General like ruins apparently, and some old stuff from like old Nephilim research facilities. Kaltorans are trying to reclaim it as part of like a effort to expand beyond Haven and establish like a new spaceport.
Okay. Well, either way, I take I make sure that I download download any star maps or planetary data that is present into the data chip.
Okay.
Once that's done, I take it with me.
Okay, cool. That's the main planet, but there's a couple of smaller ones that I might detail out, like let you know about later on. Okay, so it takes a total of 24 days to get back. How are you guys?
Get back to Avon?
Every hex is 6
From
days
where
of
you
travel.
pointed. Yeah, but that's maybe 12 days of travel plus ley line.
12. Wait, what does ley line do?
Usually the ley lines might give you a little bit of a power boost, but it just depends.
Okay, fair enough.
I think so. I think that's in one of the chapters. Just take a look at it. Like ship travel. It would be 12. It would be a 12 days of travel.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
just about.
That's fine. In that case, if the ley lines give you a power boost, I'd say it takes you 8 days, 9 days.
Okay.
So
about a week.
Yep.
Over the course of that week, I set the ship's course and put it on autopilot for a minute.
Yep.
I run back down to the engine room real quick.
Okay.
And so I run it back down to the engine room real quick and slip the 60 credits back into the stash.
Okay.
And then I walk back up towards the nav room.
Okay, cool. The engineer looks up as you enter, sees you take out the credits and put it back in the pouch and walk away. He sort of nods respectfully to you. Doesn't really say anything else, but just sort of gives a slight thank you kind of nod as you move. Unnamed engineer might remember this in the future.
I look at him and go, check your bag. I left something else there too.
He nods. He's like, thank you very much.
You're welcome. And walks back out.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Give me a second with this. And say that that's what you get for that. Okay. So you move out and get back to your cockpit. You strap yourself in, activate the location, the navigation panels, and we jump forwards 8 days. If Remor wants to jump in at any point and say what he would be doing in this time.
I'm searching for glue.
You're searching for glue?
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's a good point. What kind of glue would there be after, the ascension of humanity?
Space glue.
There's,
literal plastic polymers that do not bind until you apply certain things.
Yeah, there's a tube of, nano paste that sort of, hardens on contact.
Yay.
Like glue guns from Prey level of hardening. Alright. So you got that. I'd say during that time period as well, Esther probably tries to talk to you guys and maybe you guys make friends with her. I'd say that you've gained a little bit of influence with that particular person and with the rest of the Gondor.
Well, I mean, I pull I have Esther come up to the cockpit.
Yeah.
Come up to the cockpit and I talk with her there.
Yeah.
I assume that the cockpit chair has a swivel between a desk and the actual
Yeah, it has it's like an office chair from the corporation that's sort of been pirated and converted. It's just kind of a weird random thing that they found from some other planet somewhere in their travels and just sort of brought back.
One of the first things I ask her is, would you happen to have a copy of this jerry-rigged digital software?
She looks at it. She looks at you. She's like, I actually don't know. That's new. The captain never even mentioned that he had that. We never even went to any planets nearby that might have old tech like this. Where did you get it?
The digital thing. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
turned around and hit. I just turned around and pressed a few buttons. Nothing. It's like nothing. I've lived on ships most of my life, so I know what most buttons do.
So you're talking. Sorry, out of character. Are you talking about the data pad?
No, not the
Oh.
data pad.
Oh, okay. What are you talking about in particular?
I'm talking about the jerry-rigged digital system on the cockpit.
Oh, yeah. She's like, yeah, that's from Legion frigate. That thing's from that's some old war level tech. It's not really the best, but the Legion hardly need to really know how to fly. They tend to bring Kaltorans and other races in for that. It's still damn
that's
nice
fair.
though. It's built entirely for a battlefield ship.
Mm-hmm. It's like, and just like I talk with her, about like I tell her that we found some extra cargo.
Yep. Okay.
It's like, well, we found some extra cargo.
Okay.
And we're going to take one of the 4 crates.
She nods. She's like, "That's fair payment." Yeah.
Well, we're gonna take one of the 4 crates. We found a small sum of credits that we picked up a bit of, and found we're gonna take one of the crates, and y'all can take the other 3 and trade them.
Understood.
They might be. It's like, from what we can see, they might be a little bit illegal in Kaltoran and Corp space.
Sorry, what? Oh, yeah.
Usually, but if you find a dealer, you can probably get them off your ship pretty easy.
Yeah, that was sort of what we were planning for. We were hoping to get out to Legion space within the next couple of months. We're still building up some more storage before we do that, though. A couple more months.
That's fair. Good. That's fair.
Nod. Cerberus is Legion, right?
Yeah, Cerberus is Legion. Question.
Yeah.
When might we be getting towards the end of the?
This is the end.
End of this.
This is literally the end.
Okay, cool.
So she nods.
All right.
She says that. All right. So we'll deal with the captain once you're done, but that's.
Yeah, we might be able to help you get some other cargo for on the way if you need it. I have a few. It's like, I know a few tradesmen on Haven.
Understood. I wouldn't mind that. She sort of reaches out, pulls out a data pad. She's like, I wouldn't mind the contact details of those people. I wouldn't mind your contact details either. I'd appreciate it.
I
feel like we could be good friends.
I pull out my personal data pad and start.
Okay.
Start shifting. Try here, and here. Like, swipe them up, and they pop up on the digital display.
Okay.
On the digital display, the nav pit of the actually, I place it on the cockpit.
Okay.
Like on one of the dash panels.
Okay.
That I know is like a contact surface.
Okay. Yeah. And so that
it pulls up into the digital, and then I go, and here's mine.
Okay. And so you guys now have the details for the captain of the barn door. If you guys want to write that down on whatever notepads you're taking, that's all you got to do.
As long as you've got notes, we're good.
Yep, I've got some notes.
I can't really take. Yeah.
Yeah.
I figure I'll just see if I can get them later.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay.
It's like, all right.
Okay. Give me a second. Captain's data. And so another 3 days pass. You manage to eventually pick up the captain. You deliver it to the crew of the barn door. They
Captain Gideon.
what?
Captain Gideon.
We pick up Gideon.
Yep, you pick
Yeah,
up
I've got
Captain
faith in
Gideon.
him. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm meeting him, so when I go to look for him, I take the guitar
Okay,
and
yeah.
chuck it. Just chuck it on the table and then throw the photos down. Like, there you go, target killed.
Okay. He's pretty excited. He sort of goes with you guys fully expecting to get his ship back empty or just with the captain dead. And
Yeah.
I assume when he gets there he has a very angry crew waiting for him.
No.
Oh.
Before we do that, it's like I look at Esther and go, give me 1 second. I walk out. Give me 1 second. Stay very quiet. I walk out and I walk out. Hello, Captain Gideon.
Hello there. Have you done it?
Ship's all good for you. We even added an extra star map for you. But we do need to do one thing.
Yep.
Could we we need to discuss payment.
Ah, right. My datapad is in my personal vault. I can get you a wire of about 300 credits, and I could take a crate of trade goods off of my ship to give to you.
300 credits. 300 credits from your account. Yes.
Yes, off of mine. Yes. But that's my datapad. That's all the way back in my vault. They left me here. They left me in this place penniless.
Great, well, show us the way to your vault then.
Okay, fair enough. And he gets up and he sort of moves out of the bar and onto the ship. I assume this is probably when he gets taken captive.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
So at that point, Esther's gonna look at Gideon. She's gonna take I don't know, she's gonna take a knife and she's gonna draw a nice red line across his cheek, and she's gonna be like, you and me, Captain, are gonna have some real fun in the next couple of days. And she looks at the rest of you, she nods, she's like, thanks for delivering him to us. We'll be in touch. And the back of the ship closes up slowly, and it takes off.
They're going, huh. So we just swindled him out of double it, and he's probably gonna die.
Indeed.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Less loose ends to tap, I suppose.
Well, I test go and go up. I'm gonna.
But before we went to go get him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that I called up one of my contacts and said, "Hey, we need to hide something with you for a few days."
Which one what are you hiding?
Huh?
What are you hiding?
Some trade goods that aren't technically legal. We'll get them off ship, but we'll get them off planet fairly quickly.
I'll accept some payment for this, but just give me a loan in the next couple of weeks.
I'll give you a couple hundred credits up front.
Understood. That's all I need. Thank you very much.
And 200 credits away from mine, but
okay.
I figure that's the split that's my own split of the 600.
Okay, illegal goods stored safely.
Well, I'm gonna go glue this guitar back together.
It's actually still in good condition. There's just a couple really heavy dents on the left side of the guitar.
Oh my god, well, I'm gonna go fix it up then.
Yep, it's still in decent shape. There is a slight spray of red across the white body of the guitar, which honestly just makes it look even more fucking cool. But other than that, it's completely fine.
I
hope
Fall looks over and goes, actually, if you give it to me, I can make that splatter permanent on the white,
Yes,
Oh.
please.
permanent on the white, and buff out the sides.
God damn. This is all cosmetic shit. Okay. Cool. Go for it.
I mean, hey, we're big, like Twyfar are big on art and shit. So that's how we do.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I'd say you don't need to roll anything. You just do it. Probably.
Okay.
That's good. Strumming
It's like
guitar.
about 2-3 days later.
Mm.
It's like it's also got some new strings and has been tuned.
He look. I Sirius sort of looks at it. He's like, "How did you even blood? Whatever. Fuck it. Don't care.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna ask." Right. So, I suppose our next mission is gonna need to be hunted for now. Now that we've killed off both of our possible mission givers on this planet.
But we did just help an entire crew of people do what they want to, and we have a contact there, so that's good.
Yep.
We traded
Also,
one for another.
true
Also got a
enough.
sweet guitar.
Oh, what?
You got a sweet guitar.
True. All right. Also, good news. I've cracked the corpse data pad. I have the location of a ship for you.
Good.
It's the
fun.
class
Sounds
3.
fun.
Yep.
Okay.
Just depends on whether you guys want to go and track it down later. He nods. There's like a camera fade out or like a camera zoom out, Far Verona style, and we cut to credits.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
That's it. I think that's that done. Thanks for watching, guys. This was CJ Heighton on Twitch. This was Grim, and this was Remore. We'll see you guys in a week or two if this doesn't go well.
Depending on how it goes.
Yeah, pretty much. Right. Anyways, see you guys later.
All right. Bye.